No to the bill. 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 Violence Thatcher. Violence Thatcher. Violence Thatcher. Violence Thatcher.
The National Assembly have decided to operate unconstitutionally. Hence, the 1997 Constitution of the Gambia, Section 112, subsection B, clearly stipulated that all members shall regard themselves as servants of the people of the Gambia, desist from any conduct by which they seek improperly to enrich themselves or alienate themselves from the people, and shall discharge their duties and functions in the interest of the nation as a whole, and in doing so shall be influenced by the dictates of the conscience and national interests. We as concerned citizens and taxpayers who ought to be served by the members of the National Assembly as enshrined in the Constitution are unequivocally opposed to these proposed bills that are aimed at serving the interests and enriching the members of the Parliament and judiciary over the general public as a whole. Sadly, these bills are proposed at a time when the majority of civil servants and private sector employees barely feed their families on their salaries for half of a month due to the escalating rise of or escalating high cost of living. The majority of young people are unemployed, leaving them vulnerable to drugs and irregular migration. Addressing these unfortunate conditions that the majority of the people or Gambians face should be the focus of a house that is supposed to be the guardian of the people by making laws that address the needs and aspirations of the general public. As such, the concerned citizens are making the following demands, which we want the members of Parliament to address in the soonest possible time. The demands read: first, withdraw the National Assembly members' salaries and pensions bill. We unequivocally demand that this bill be withdrawn from the Assembly, since it is aimed at serving the interests and enriching the members of Parliament over the other civil servants and the general public as a whole. So the second demand is withdraw the Judicial Officers' Remuneration and Other Entitlements Bill. We demand that the National Assembly withdraw the Judicial Officers Bill 2024, which disproportionately allocates national resources to a selected group while neglecting the needs of the broader population. The third demand is fair compensation for all public servants. We call for a fair, balanced approach to compensation for all public servants, ensuring that salaries and benefits are aligned with the country's economic realities and do not create significant disparities. The fourth one is equitable allocation of national resources. We urge the government to prioritize the allocation of national resources to critical sectors such as education, healthcare, security, infrastructure, and agriculture to improve the living standard of all Gambians. The fifth one is accountability for the National Assembly members. We call for mechanisms that will avail the electorate to hold National Assembly members to account for their decisions and actions, ensuring they act in the best interest of their constituents. The sixth one is promotion of social justice. We advocate for policies and promote social justice and reduce income inequality, ensuring that all citizens have the opportunity to live a decent life in the Gambia. The seventh one is National Assembly members should engage electorates before passing critical bills. The National Assembly members should go back to the people who voted them, hear from them, and make decisions based on what majority of those voters want, since they are not representing their only self or only interest, but the interest of the people who voted for them. The final one, which is the 8th point, government to introduce a new pay scale. The government to prioritize the well-being of all civil servants, to introduce salaries and a pension that will ensure teachers, nurses, security personnel, and other key workers receive better salaries, and this also involves the private sector employees. The current pay scale is very poor. We recommend that this proposed pay scale be introduced in the Parliament as soon as possible. Failure to attend to our demands, we shall endeavor to organize a nationwide protest, and we shall continue to protest against these bills until our voices are heard and respected by you, the servants of the people. Equally, we want to categorically make it clear that we are your brothers and sisters who are concerned with the life of an ordinary Gambian. We are not in any way a threat to any institution, neither are we selective in fighting for justice, most especially economic justice for our people. We believe that the members of parliament are servants. You will critically look into these demands and respect the voice and concerns of the electorate by addressing these demands. Signed by the president of the movement, Modou Lamine Manjang. So that is